Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Yesterday, I made a video on a statement coming from North Korea, from the woodchuck, Kim Jong-un, stating that they reserve the right for a preemptive strike on the American forces deployed in South Korea. Now, the Americans, because they are neighbors, if you look over the map, United States of America is next to North Korea. They have a common border, which is called somehow the Pacific Ocean. The Americans are going to conduct a massive military drill in the vicinity of North Korea using the nuclear bombers. Obviously, you would not feel comfortable if your neighbor that said is going to take care of you goes around you with some nuclear weapons around your country. You would say, you know what, I don't know what your intentions are, so I reserve the right to shoot down your planes. That's exactly what North Korea stated, that they will shoot down first the American bombers. Well, I think the North Koreans will be consistent. They showed consistency so far, and now I think with the Russians' direct support and friendship and alliance with the Chinese, they can afford doing that. I would give 90% certainty that these guys could destroy one American warplane. And you say, well, there would be war. Okay, yeah, we'll see. So let's see this article coming from Russia Today. So this article comes from Russia Today, the 21st of October 2023. US nuclear bombers will be first targets, North Korea. Pyongyang says it will not hesitate to strike American warplanes stationed on the peninsula if provoked. Now, what is to be provoked? North Korea has condemned the recent deployment of American nuclear-capable bombers in the south, warning that the aircraft will become its first targets for destruction in the event of an actual conflict. Oh, so first you're gonna... what? The conflict starts and then you shoot them first? Or you shoot them first and that's how the conflict starts? I want to make sure I got it right. In comments published by the state-run Korean Central News Agency, on Friday, Pyongyang slammed the stationing of a B-52 strategic bomber in South Korea earlier this week, declaring that Washington's, and I'm quoting, military provocations are evolving to a more dangerous stage. And I'm quoting, this is an international maneuver by the United States to provoke a nuclear war, end quote. The statement said regarding the deployment and subsequent joint drills with South Korean forces. The United States, and I'm quoting, will not be unaware of the fact that the Korean peninsula is legally in a state of war and that strategic assets contributing to the enemy's territory will be the first targets for destruction. The Pentagon staged a highly visible demonstration of the B-52 after the aircraft arrived in Seoul on Tuesday, showing it off through flyovers alongside several other American warplanes, including F-22, F-16 fighter jets. The U.S. Air Force's Pacific Division declared that move had demonstrated Washington's, I'm quoting, commitment to the stability and security of the Indo-Pacific region. So they think that bringing more weapons in the area will provide stability and security. Then if we use the same logic, why didn't they consider the Russians' troops by Ukrainian border, remember, in January 2022 as a factor of stability and security? Why that was considered differently? So when the Russians brought their troops on their territory by the Ukraine border, they said, well, that's an escalation. But them bringing B-52 over there, it's not an escalation. We just provide stability and security. I mean, when any normal person, that is a person above the IQ of 86, reads this kind of things, should ask this question. Why is it okay here and not okay there? And they will give you a below 86 IQ answer, because we are good and they are bad. And everything we do is good and we do it to help everyone. But everything they do, because they're bad people, should be considered as bad, to hurt us. So we protect everyone because we were voted. Everyone voted for us to be the protectors of this planet, like the police officer, like a legal department, organization, institution. We were voted, yes. And we were all also voted as being the most virtuous, country, with the exception of Trudeau's country, which is in neck with United States. Trudeau is the most virtuous guy. He can't match his socks and the shoes, that's a different story, and he's a weasel. But nevertheless, man, we're good, they're bad. So we'll see. We'll see, my friends, when this will happen. Will happen because accidents happen, crazy people are out here and out there, and circumstances will, how should I put it, dictate the use of force. As always in determining if a policy or a move or a law is just, we have to use just minimum two tests. You have to put this law to test this. First one, is that law equally applied across the board? Like, if I can do that, then it means the Russians can do the same thing. Now, if that's not the same, that means something is wrong. Someone is a weasel, a pig. All right, that's the first one. And then another one that's kind of correlated to this, similar, is put yourself at the receiving end. Let's say you put yourself at the, how should I put it, North Korean end. And see if this deployment of troops around your little country over there, with those guys, they want to change your regime and be in charge of you. See if you would like to say, well, that's no escalation. That's a commitment to the stability that makes us stable. In what? In a state of tension. We're stable in a state of tension. The same in any law. A law that you might like, you might agree with, that hurts me, all right? And you agree with it. If you want to know if that's true or if that's not true, if that's just, apply it against you and see how you like it. Just you being me. And then you're going to realize, well, I don't like that. And you say, well, I'm going to try to do this. Yeah, but you're blocked there. I'm going to try to do this. You're blocked. You realize how many roadblocks are against you, being dispensed justice. So the same here. If these guys say, well, we're good, then the Russians were good. Or no? No. And if you dare to have something to say in this free country with free speech and free people and all this, okay, then, okay, just, yeah. It would become illegal to have an alternative theory, or not theory, just alternative view on events. It will be illegal. They already destroy your life, your livelihood, by firing you. Some idiots are firing you for having a different thoughts outside of work. There's two different things. Let's say I'm a truck driver or a medic or an engineer. When I go over there, these are my tasks. I have to do this. I don't have to be a good person. I don't have to be a bad person. I have to do the job. That's all you need. The contract should be, you repair this. You're not going to check if I'm married, if I'm divorced, if I'm a homosexual, I'm a heterosexual, I have blue eyes or not. That should not even matter. Your point is, I hire you to fix these glasses. That's all you need to know. Now, after I fix your glasses, and I'm going to go online and say, I fixed an idiot that I hate, I fixed his glasses, it doesn't mean that, oh my God, I'm not going to hire you again because you don't like me. The deal between us is not about liking you or not liking you. It was about fixing this. And I have the right to say that I don't like you, as you have the same right to say you don't like me. Now, if you want to expand it and say, well, because you don't like me, because I'm a good person, I'm not going to give you this to fix my glasses, then it's a stupid thing to do. Because believe me, The contract, the deal is between fixing this. So when you go to school, we're doing your little job over there. You are doing that job. When you get out and you post whatever you want, wherever you want, you post as you. Is you performing a job, is not the job that defines you. Don't, well, integrity. Integrity like what? Now divorce is acceptable. Before it kind of was like not, was frowned upon. So before, how would you like when you were, let's say, you were divorced, all right, and you would be fired because you were divorced? Was that fair? Obviously, now you would say, no, it's not fair. Immediately you will realize, no, that has nothing to do with that, with anything. You do your job. Apply that in this thing. I have different views on different things. We meet to fix this, not to agree or disagree. That's a different thing. It's called a debate. Okay, it could be an organized debate, like, blah, 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 or an organized setting, or it could be at the bar, or my house, your house, in the park, while we walk, okay, and try to lose weight and enjoy the environment that we help protect by not driving anymore because they said so. So anyway, my friends, here it is. These guys will probably snap, and that's how Ukraine number 3 will start, because we have Ukraine number 1, we have it in Ukraine number 1. Ukraine number 2 is developing with Iran in the Middle East. Ukraine number 3 will be in, if we don't have in Georgia and Armenia, Ukraine number 3, or maybe Serbia number 3. These are the 3 contenders, but the big thing, the big picture is not Serbia or Armenia and Georgia, none of that. Is over there in the middle, in the Far East. Okay, Taipei, Taiwan, that thing, and North Korea. So, and as I always say, somehow the common denominator is United States. You find United States everywhere. The trail of menstruation, you find it on the pavement. Everywhere Al Capone goes, because he menstruates. We know now that men menstruate as well, so I'm not far off. And if you think I am, then you are a man. In what world these guys want us to live? Because they live in reality. They just make us think that this garbage is acceptable. Like, I pretend that is. If I pretend, that means it is. No, if I pretend, I pretend. If it is, it is. I pretend I can fly. That doesn't make me able to levitate. No. It's just pretend, I flew to the moon last night. In your head, yeah, or on a map, on a sky map, or with a finger. I'm right now touching. I'm on the. I just landed on the moon right there. All right, well, you can use that, but I can also realize that you're on. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.